was never president of the DTN fan club, but I definitely was an attendee. I don't know, I just work here. If a man talks to me, I'm going to freaking pass out. Kennedy Ryan? Girl, come to the front. We have to have a conversation. We are gonna just, you know, skate past it. You know, red flag, no, that looks pink to me. And ends up being like one of the worst things in your entire life. Cheers to new beginnings.
Trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way. Only keep the family.
Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. It is your girl Gianni Monet, and today we are doing a get ready with me for a date. I'm so excited. So, currently it is Saturday, March 7th. So happy month, happy March. What am I saying? Happy March, happy Women's Month, you know, all that stuff. We're gonna get started, I think, on our hair first. I don't really have anything to like break the ice with you guys. This week has been really, this week has been very mid for me. I think mainly because like just the rain and stuff, like the weather really has an impact on me to an extent. So I think that it just wasn't given this week, but you know, we're about to begin a new week, so we leave the old stuff in the past. Now this is a quick weave. I actually just did this last night, and I don't hate the way that it turned out. I think that first of all I need to press it some more. Also, because I just threw any old tracks in my hair, I have short hair. I don't know. I just work here. And I'm not a professional, and I always say that because I'm just somebody who thinks I can do everything. I don't know how to professionally do these things. And quick weaves for the most part are self-explanatory, but there are two things that y'all lied to me about. One, that matcha is gross. Matcha is delicious. Matcha is amazing. Secondly, that quick weaves are quick. Ain't nothing quick about this. Like, this took me like 3-4 hours. And mind you, like, I don't know if you can see, but I have some highlights going on here, which I actually do really like a lot. I cannot believe I didn't think about this sooner. I'm actually really feeling, and they're subtle. Like, they're not like, ooh, highlight. It's just like, it's hiding. It's streaky. Ah! I actually really do like that. And the good part about it is because, first of all, my hair is still cut, so you can still, but it doesn't even like look obnoxious. It doesn't look crazy. So yeah, I like that it blends with my hair. On this side is so much better. I don't know how I cut this side, but you can't see. Oh, or you probably could if you look hard enough, but don't do that. Don't do that. But you can't really see, okay, aside from what I just did there, where the ends are, and I really appreciate that. On this side, I mean, you can't see it for real right now either, but like if I point them out, they're like right here. But yeah, so because I just threw this quick weave together and I was using some old bundles, I confused this bundle for this particular track for a longer length. And yeah, so it's in the back there. Hopefully, I mean, what's in the back is not my biz. I'm not going to lie to you. I've always said that about my hair. What goes on in the back stays in the back, baby. I'm not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it to my forefront of my mind. I'm not bringing it to the forefront of my hair. It's just gonna vibe. It's just gonna vibe, and it's gonna stay there. Yeah, I'm not hating the way that it turned out. I think it's heavy, and probably should have washed the bundles first. But who wants to do all that? Not me. I had a style in here previously, so I think just like the takedown process plus having to go then install the quick weave, I was just feeling discouraged and like, okay, I'm over this. I don't really even care to sit there and be thorough, but honestly that probably just would have been a better move to wash them first, but it's okay. I just literally pulled the bundles out of, I have like a not a box, but a bin full of bundles. So that's actually just where I got these from. And I can't tell you nothing about them. I just deconstructed a wig to get the highlighted parts involved. So I can't tell you nothing about the wig. I think I got that from AliExpress. Don't get it. Actually, no. I'm lying. That particular wig is good. Yeah, that wig actually was really good. That hair was pretty good. But the hair, the longer strands that you see here were from also AliExpress, but that hair was really thin, which is why I decided to use more thick bundles. So I have some thicker pieces in here aside from the short ones. The short ones are unfortunately the thicker ones I'm referring to, but and I think the ones the short black hair, like this part, is a brand. Ignore Roomba. A brand I don't remember the name of. It's a beauty supply brand, not synthetic hair. But I don't remember, so I don't know. Anyway, so for today's style, I think that we're going to do, I like the curls with the straight ends. I think that's the vibe. I've also seen, I actually am gonna, I think, lean more towards, well, I don't know. So here's my dilemma. It's very rainy outside, and rain equals humidity. I have a leave out. Do I really want to set myself up like that? So the backup plan is to wear a hat. Stay with me. So if I wear a hat, I would need the loose curls that are curled at the bottom that I'm thinking about. But if I decide not to wear the hat, I need the curls that do this and that are straight at the bottom. I'm a visual person. I have it in my head. I don't know how to describe it to y'all. I'm so sorry. But you get the visual, like the whoop, whoop, bam. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Or we could do like the loose curls, which I think my only issue with the loose curls is that this side is not going to blend very well. But we don't know until we try, right? So let's try it. If we don't like it, then dag nabbit, back to square one. And I do have time to kind of loudly get, because I am starting early. It's like 2, I don't know, I think it's freshly 2 o'clock. And my date isn't until 4:45. Now, I am going to kind of breeze past the whole date thing because you in my business. We're actually not going to do too much about talking about the date per se, but more about love, because love is, I don't want to say a pain point for me, but the way that I look at love when it comes to loving another person in a more romantic sense is an inconvenience. And I don't know if that makes sense really when I'm like when I say it like that, but like the way I look at it is like, I love you, I like you, I want to get to know you, we want to get to know each other, but when you're dealing with another person, there's so much that you have to assume, like aside from like investing your time, investing maybe your money, you're also getting your feelings involved, and then you're also responsible partially but majorly, partially but impactfully for another person's feelings. Now, I don't want to come off cold when I say all of this, because I'm going to start with a disclaimer. I love love. I love love very badly. I love love in a sense where, like, when people are telling me how they met their partner, I get a little emotional, especially if it's something romantic. Like, I've had a couple relatives who have gotten married via social media, like on the dating apps. Not even on dating apps, but like on Facebook and stuff. And I think that's, like, to meet somebody on social media, especially on dating sites and stuff, and for y'all to like genuinely click, because sometimes I feel like people use like social media dating websites and stuff for like a quick little something. Nobody really goes on there, very rarely do people go on there for genuine intentions of meeting their person. So when the stars align and you guys end up on the same dating site at the same time looking for the same thing, it's a beautiful thing. It's something that I have a deep appreciation for. And then like the most genuine situations where like you bump into your partner, your future partner at the mall and stuff, and it's like, oh, you know, you dropped my bag or whatever, like, oh my gosh, like, oh no, it's okay, I'll pick it up for you. And then you guys both reach for it, you both squat down and reach for it at the same time, come back up and look at each other's eyes. Like, I think that's so romantic. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I believe in love. I think love cures everything. I think love will heal us all. I think you should love everybody in your life, and I have a lot of love for everybody who is and has been in my life. Like, if I've ever loved you, I'm not sure I will never not love you again. Like, just because, not even in a sense where like, oh, I love you as a person. It's more just like, I love the impact that you had in my life, even if the impact led to something bad but was good to start, like, I still have so much love for you. Because you are part of the reason I am who I am today. And especially, like, the people I've messed with in the past, like, they are definitely a part of who I am today, but, like, not in a negative sense. Like, I don't have any spite or resentment towards them or towards men in general anymore. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Oh, is it getting hot in here? I feel like I'm exposing myself a little bit. Yeah, not anymore. Not to say I ever not liked men. I think it was more like, okay, so this is the best way I can explain it to you. And then we'll get back on track. The best way I can explain it to you is, like, I was never president of the DTN fan club. But I definitely was an attendee. I definitely was part-time. I was not full-time, I was part-time. Like, sometimes seasonal. I was still there. I was still present in the building at the time of those meetings. I still was DTN. I couldn't really shout it too boldly, too loudly, but hey, I'm just keeping it real. And then I had to shift my perspective. Like, I think a big part of my healing, and I really am so proud of this, is like, I had to look at it like, oh my gosh, this person hurt me. They're the worst person alive. They deserve everything bad coming to them. I hope both sides of their pillows are hot when they go to sleep. No, that's not how I'm coming anymore. I think that I had to look at it like, I'm a person. He, she is a person. I don't swing that way. I'm just saying, I'm trying to be inclusive, y'all, okay? They are people. People are people. And I think when we get into the relationships, like I said, that when as your person, you are responsible for another person's feelings. When we get into the situations, we think that they are doing things either to hurt or to hurt or in favor of our feelings. And sometimes it's just not that. Some people are just people. Sometimes people hurt you without the intentions of hurting you. Things just transpire, things just happen, and it is what it is at the end of the day. And like I said, like, it doesn't make anybody bad, it doesn't make you good, it doesn't justify anything, but to give a better insight and so you can move on with forgiveness, you have to understand that people are human, and humans are gonna make mistakes. I don't know, not a perfect person, myself included. I mean, I'm like borderline. That's just me though. But people at the end of the day are people, and like I said, some things just happen, and it is what it is. And I think that I also have a greater appreciation for just like, I love, one of my favorite quotes, and I say very frequently, is, things happen, and everything happens for a reason. And I think when it comes to those type of situations where people are hurting you and maybe it's just like not something that you ever expected to happen, or maybe not even in their stars to have hurt you, I think things just happen. Everything happens for a reason. So maybe that person isn't your person, and the best way of you getting like awareness of that or becoming aware to that was them to hurt you. You know, as unfortunate and as impactful as it is and can be, man, shit happens. And I had to really learn that, and I'm able to move on with love and acceptance and forgiveness. It's not in a sense where like, oh, if these people ever come back into my life, it's open doors, baby. That door is shut. It's actually bolted shut. But I will never, ever wish ill on nobody. And I, hug my DTN jersey up. It's in the attic. Actually, I had to put it up for Goodwill. That can be put on by another person if it so pleases you. But operating in that, not to say all DTN people or people who are DTN operate in like a negative or spiteful energy, but that's just how it manifested within me. Not even like I would say more negative than spiteful. I would say more negative than spiteful. Like, it definitely was negative where my views were just like, oh my gosh, if a man talks to me, I'm going to freaking pass out. I'm actually going, my heart's gonna give out. I never want to talk to a man ever again. Not to say that's like genuinely how I felt. I'm being dramatic, but in a sense where like I was so cool off a man. A man couldn't even look my way, couldn't even talk to me. And I'm still kind of like that way today. Like, I'm more open to dating than I have been in a very, very long time. Like, this is like the most open could get for me at this current moment. It has been. But I still, you know, my intention is to go out into the world thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run into the love of my life today. If it happens, I mean, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But if it don't, it's like, I think I've more so focused, dang, what were we talking about in the beginning? I actually don't know. I actually went so far off course, I don't even know what I was talking about prior. We're just gonna skate past the fact that I just completely derailed. I have more so focused in giving that love to the people around me, to strangers, because sometimes, like, again, people are people got things going on you don't even know about. People don't even speak about half the stuff they got going on, me included. I love to, not to say suffer silently, but not burden people with what I got going on, so I keep it to myself. And, you know, random acts of kindness go a long way. Smiling at a stranger, holding a door for a person, saying hi to somebody you don't even know out in public, like, that's just, it goes a long way. And wow, y'all actually, I'm being so transparent right now. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, so I've more so focused on pouring love into myself. I'm stuck with me and you are stuck with you for the rest of your life. The most important relationship, love related, personally related, whatever, is the one that you have with yourself. So making sure that I'm taking my time to really tend to myself, listening to what my body needs, listening to what my skin needs, paying attention to what my hair may need. Like, those are, because I think one of my biggest love languages is consideration. I love to be considered. I love to show up for people. I love for people to show up for me. So knowing that's my love language, quality time as well, knowing those things are my love language, I am doing all those things for myself. Because I also think that it's very important that you do those things for yourself before you go and ask another person to do it for you. Because why would somebody want to go spend quality time with you? And, you know, or for example, if your love language is like gift giving and stuff, or receiving gifts, why would somebody want to go spend money on you if you don't even want to spend money on yourself? Making sure I'm spending time with myself, making sure that I'm tending to my needs, doing things I genuinely enjoy. And for me, one of those things is being creative. So making sure I'm expressing myself, utilizing a creative outlet, very important to me. Spending time with my friends, spending time with myself. I love a good solo time. Nothing's to me top solitude, or after being in a social setting, that I crave more than just being alone. Like, I just need to decompress. I need everybody to stop talking to me. I'm not gonna lie. And maybe that's definitely like the introvert in me. But you know, so pouring myself into myself, or pouring love into myself, and then also pouring love into my friends. So that's going out of my way to be there for them if they, you know, if they need, or if they ask, if they have an event going on, or if it's their birthday. Listen, I'm going to show up for you. And I'm going to text you on random days. I'm going to make sure that you're straight at all times. I'm going to, you know, if I haven't heard from you in a minute, I'll be the first person to reach out. I don't care. That's fine by me. We don't even got to, you know, be all that close for me to go ahead and reach out to you. Be like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about you today. I hope you're doing well. Like, something as simple as that, and leaving it alone. Like, not everybody wants to have a conversation. I will send a quick text. I was thinking about you today. I hope everything's doing well. I hope both sides of your pillows are cool. I pray everything that you get, everything that you desire this month or this week comes to fruition. And maybe you can add that. And even if the response is nothing, or even if the response is, oh my gosh, thank you, I needed that, or I hope you're doing well as well, it's a thought that counts. And some people just need that. Because like I said, some people suffer silently and go through things alone that they don't even really are not open about. So sometimes just a random act of kindness, just to let people know that they matter, that things in their life that they got going on, they are bigger than, like, you know, just stuff like that. So that's how love has manifested for me in my life, without actively being involved with another person in a more romantic sense. And yeah, because I haven't dated someone in about a year, and it has been a beautiful Actually, honestly, truthfully, I cannot believe it's been a year. Like, it doesn't feel like it was 365 or almost 365 days. All that being said, I'm definitely more open to dating than I have been in a long time, hence why I am going on my date today. And just I'm glad that I'm coming into it with a new outlook, a new perspective, and an open mind, honestly. I think I've developed a type as well, because not to say I was dating any old body, but but I definitely didn't have boundaries in the way that I do now, first of all, but also like I know exactly what I am looking for. And not to say if you don't got it, you can't get in, but if you do have what I am looking for, because I think that sometimes blessings come in something other than what you're expecting, that's cool. You know, I'm willing to work with. It depends on what you got going on. Like, there are certain things I just absolutely cannot put up with, and I think that's important to know your non-negotiables, because some people will come to you with that non-negotiable and be like, oh my gosh, like, we are gonna just, you know, skate past it, you know, red flag, no, that looks pink to me, and ends up being like one of the worst things in your entire life. And I there's a lot of things I credit, so aside from like realizing that I am, first of all, responsible for my own healing, because nobody's gonna come in and save me. I mean, I definitely leaned on God, and yeah, I leaned on God for understanding. I think that's how I've come to my conclusion in the wisdom that I have today with my new perspective and outlook on love and on relationships. So when he says like lean not on your own understanding, like that actually breathes life into me. That actually breathes life into me so heavy, because it's so truthful. And like I said, that's how I was able to take myself out of the equation and be like, oh my gosh, this person's trying to hurt me, and look at it more like this person is just a person, and they probably were hurt as well. Sometime either I've done something or somebody in their past has done something. Not to say I deserve what was put onto me, but to give them some grace, because I think that also we don't allow people to make mistakes all the time. And like I said, not everybody is a perfect person. Not everybody's going to come into every situation knowing exactly what to do and exactly what to say. So giving them space to make error and being okay. And I think for me that's a big thing, because I am a leaver. I don't like when things don't look or act right. You can breathe wrong and baby, I'm out the door. Like, it's always been that for me. It's always been that with me. I'm not to say, I don't even know if that's honestly going to change. I think now I have to look at it more like, oh, it depends on what that is. Again, not having your non-negotiables. But I don't know how you go sit here and say it's a red flag, because there are situations where I have stayed and things have not just, you know, transpired to be the best, absolute best thing for me. But I don't, you know, blame myself or blame that person for it. It's just more like I should have probably listened to my gut feeling about it and dipped. But I think maybe now I have to more so look and be reliant on my gut feling, on my intuition, because there would be times where I would have a feeling and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of the situation, and I would know it, and then my body would respond with the gut feeling, and I still would be like, but nothing. But actually, but nothing. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a lot of things I credit to my new outlook. That is the perspective, my experiences, the wisdom that God has graced me with. And then also, I've had some really healing friendships. They really have helped me unknowingly heal from some of my things, and they have redefined love for me. They have given me an emotional safe space that I don't give myself. Sometimes I'm a Virgo, if that helps. Because like I said, I think the way that I looked at love was like a big inconvenience, and not only because I have to be responsible for another person's emotion, but mainly because I have to be responsible for mine. Like, I have to talk myself to chill, or tell myself to chill if something turns me off or throws me off. I just have to be accepting of things. And like I said, I'm a leaver, so if something doesn't feel right, I'd be so quick to just escape the scene. And I think that's just me not wanting to confront my emotions all the time. So they've definitely done an amazing job. And like I said, unknowingly, the safe space that they provide for me to be open, for me to be expressive. So shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. My family as well. Like, they're amazing. They're definitely the foundation for what that looks like for me as far as like emotional security. So yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all. Big shout out. So yeah, my relationships, my experiences, the wisdom that God has given me, as well as I've been reading a lot more romance books, and that is mainly to get me on board with love again. I used to, you would have thought that romance books were the plague or like COVID, the way I would just avoid them. And I had to realize why that was, that I was so turned off by romance and romance books, because I like a good self-help book. I'm always looking for ways to become a better person, to elevate my life, so to change, my life, to to increase the abundance I have in my life. So I'm always reading a self-help book, but never a romance, never a nonfiction. So I had to put down a self-help book. I had to put down Atomic Habits. I had to put down Don't Believe Everything You Could Think, and start picking up something that I knowingly avoid, and that's a romance book. And like I said, I'm a person who's always been obsessed with love. Even in my situations, even with feeling how I feel, I love love. And I think that's why when I don't have exactly what I'm looking for, I get so discouraged. But I love love, either way. So I picked one up, and now I just can't seem to put the romance novels down. Like, Kennedy Ryan, girl, come to the front. We have to have a conversation. I am obsessed with her. The way she writes, the way that she allows you so intimately in the character's emotional state, be a part of their healing process. Because I've been reading, the one with Soledad and the one with, I don't want to say her name is Kennedy, but okay, oh my gosh, I have to put the titles out because I don't remember the name of it apparently. Yeah, so I had to pick those up, and since reading them, like every book that I read of hers, I always cry, like without a fail, every time. And unashamed too, because some people need a good cry. So shout out to Kennedy, because she definitely, so the first book, the one that's orange, because I know colors more than I know the title apparently, but the one that's orange, that one was about people making mistakes and still coming back to their partner. And like I said, I think that for me, I told y'all I'm a leaver. So allowing people to make mistakes, and I guess it depends on the situation, but allowing people to make mistakes and still returning back to them is such a beautiful concept for me. And she just wrote that so well, like so well. So, and then the second one was Soledad. That's the one I just read recently, which is why I know her name. Just after being in a toxic situation, in an unhealthy relationship for so long, still being able to find love, still be able to believe in herself enough to find love and whatnot, is also just another beautiful concept. And both were very healing for me, being as though that I relate to both tremendously. So yeah, I would definitely credit Kennedy Ryan's books for being another reason why I'm so open, or why I have this new perspective on love. I actually have to stop talking to y'all because y'all are distracting me. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:41 p.m.
That's what I thought. So I actually have to stop talking to y'all so I can finish my hair. But I will do this half and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did this side. It's setting. Let's move on to makeup. So we're gonna attempt to do something similar to this. I've been really feeling the black eyeliner. I did that a lot when I was on my cruise. So let me find it first. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's start working on it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we're gonna do something like that. Very dark, very And that's I actually don't know what that was. I've literally never done that before, but something very dark, very and then I love the nude lip that she has going on. The bright concealer is really pretty. So I'm gonna try to minimize. I did prime my face and I did use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer to do that. I am going to avoid putting on foundation. So on my cruise, I've kind of had like a skin breakthrough, and I didn't really have much to work with. I think less is more, and I actually have not, and when I don't have all of what I need is when my skin actually thrives the most. So sometimes I feel like I'm overdoing it. So I actually simplified, whatever. I made my skincare more simple by taking out majority of the stuff that I used to layer on my skin. And honestly, my skin, I just feel like it's breathing so much better. It's just a beautiful thing. I'm so happy. So I just stick with my La Roche-Posay Purifying Foaming Cleanser. Then I do witch hazel. Then I do hyaluronic acid. And then I have a concoction of rose. I actually don't even have rose water. I have rose hip oil that I put in water, along with aloe vera juice and coconut water. And voila. And witch hazel as well. I put that in the mix as well. But voila, it's looking pretty good. So I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. When I was on my cruise, I made my makeup routine very simple as well. Just concealer, a little bit of eyeliner, a lot of lip pencil, some mascara, some blush. As you can see, I'm doing that. My cheeks are always rosy. I'm a blushy person. I blush so much. So also paying attention to where I do blush, all the way up here. Honestly, I can really see a lot on the camera, but up here, so we're just gonna follow that. She has the side of her face covered, but I'm gonna assume that it's all the way up there, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go in first with our I was gonna say why would you do that? I was gonna say Flesh concealer, but the one that matches our skin tone the best. We're gonna put that up here, up there, and then we're gonna go and blend that in. You couldn't even really see it too much on camera. I guess this is a good match. And I feel like I'm holding on to my tan from my cruise as well, so that's really, really good. So we're just gonna go in and dab, dab, dab. That's the thing about starting early. I was watching a TikTok a couple of days ago, and somebody was like, oh, let me keep, the caption was like, oh, POV, you're waiting for your girls' night to begin. It's like 2 p.m. and you keep just like checking the phone to see if it's time yet to start getting ready. And that's me. That's me. Every time I have to do something, especially when I know my hair and makeup is involved, like, when can I start? When should I start? I don't want to be too early where I'm just sitting there waiting, and I don't want to be too late that I'm rushing. So when can I start? When can I start? Also, when I was on my cruise, I didn't have my brushes, so I was stuck primarily with my beauty blender, and she was putting work in to the point where I can't even get her like all the way clean. I actually just need to replace her. But this particular one is really, really good. I don't know who makes this one, but thank you. All right, we're gonna go in with a lighter color. She has a much lighter color. I don't know which one is the brightest of the ones. Obviously, I have a lot. I have 30 to choose from. I think Tawny is the brightest. I think you have more color than Tawny. Or Natural. No, Natural is, I know that one is too similar to my skin complexion. So Light Ivory might be too, this one might be the best. I may mix the two. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about makeup that makes me forget that I can mix stuff. I always think like it has to be a certain way. It has to look a certain way. It has to, you know, be a certain way, but no, like, it really doesn't. This girl also blended her her blush and her concealer together because it just made it easier for her. And like, it's so genius to the point where like, wait, why didn't I think about that? How didn't I think about that? Not even why didn't I think about that, but like, how did I not think about that? Okay, so since we're on the topic of love still, I have a dream date, and my dream date, like, of all time is Well, okay, so I'm actually like kind of undecided about that, about necessarily what my dream date is, because I would love to do like a beach date. I love the beach. Beach is like one of my happy places. I would love to do a beach date. Oh, hold on, this is what I have to go back with this. I would love to do a beach date where we just like go and have lunch on the beach or like in a park, like somewhere outside. Like I definitely need the outdoors to be involved, so somewhere outside. I don't know if it's at a beach or at a park, and we just like have lunch and chill and watch the sunset. That'll be so pretty, just so very girly and just nice. And then it's also between an amusement park or like a carnival, and like I just imagine like sitting on the carousel or whatever the thing is called, Ferris wheel, and you know, it being night and just like listening and seeing all the fun below. There's a I wish the swings at Six Flags was intimate, because that would be really, really good setting as well, and if it wasn't so hot. Yeah, definitely an amusement park, a beach, nice little like sunrise type of situation. Okay, sorry y'all, I had to finish my makeup off camera because my camera was about to die. So we're gonna move on to hair. I'm gonna actually straighten that. I'll put that on again. Okay, honestly, it's giving that we'll have to do hat. And I hope I like hat. Yeah. But we'll see when we comb it out. I have to go in, I think, and do some touches. Because I feel like the hat takes away the fit. Or not necessarily, like it's still giving calm for the most part. Okay. Moment of truth. You're definitely more bodacious than I would have bargained for. But I think if we calm this side down, let me flip this right out, and this side as well. Okay, I might have to mess around with it some more, but this is as good as it's gonna get right now. I'm running out of time, and I still gotta get dressed. So this wraps up the get ready with me and chat. I hope that you can relate to a little bit of how I'm feeling. I'm a lover girl, just wrapped in like spikes. My heart is something I just protect with my entire gut, and I believe that, you know, my favorite verse of the Bible is Proverbs 4:23, and that is guard your heart with all your might, because everything that you do comes from it. I know how much love that I possess, how much love I have to give, how much love I can give to another person. So when it comes down to being careful with it, I'm absolutely 100% careful with it. But after some reflection, I realized that my approach to dating men or dating anybody is a little bit unhealthy. So I had to take some accountability, take a step back, reflect on my experiences, and God has graced me with wisdom to improve my outlook and to improve, hopefully, my experience with dating. But I guess tonight we'll see. And I'm willing to trust again. I'm willing to be open again. I'm willing to explore again. And now that I know exactly what, or have a better idea of what I want and what I do not want, maybe I can go into it a little bit more mindful and intentional as well. So cheers to new beginnings. I'm excited and nervous, but more excited than anything. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I hope that you can relate or take something away. Hopefully I'm chatting to the right audience and it all makes sense, because this is the most transparent I probably have been online, or one of the times I've been most transparent, especially when it comes to love, because this is something I'm a little bit guarded towards. So yeah, hopefully it can relate and resonate. But anyway, I'll see you next time, and I'll see you in the next video, because you are going to get some insider info on my date, and I'm excited. But I'll see you next video. I love you. Good night.
Trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way. Only keep the fam around.